Welcome to Gaming Ups and Downs, where I give you my thoughts on the latest gaming news. I own all of the current consoles and play all types of genres. So if a game or announcement is good or great, it gets a joystick up. If the game or announcement leaves a lot to be desired or is an epic fail, it gets a joystick down. And at the end of the video, I'm going to announce my game or announcement of the show. So let's dive into the Nintendo Direct June 9th, 2026 edition and see how the show was. And remember, these are just my opinions based on the show at this time. So if you have any different thoughts or opinions, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them and we can discuss and debate about the show. The show opener is Rhythm Paradise Groove, also known as Rhythm Heaven Groove, featuring over 80 single-player and 30 multiplayer rhythm-based minigames. Nintendo consoles are known for their unique, quirky games, so I think this is a fine game to showcase on the Direct, and I'm a big fan of the music rhythm games such as Guitar Hero and Rock Band, but this one just isn't doing it for me, and this is a pretty weak opener for the Direct in my opinion, so because of that, joystick down. Next up is Onimusha Way of the Sword, an action-adventure game that's the first mainline installment in the Onimusha series since 2006. The visuals and combat look really nice, and even though this game already premiered in 2025 at the Game Awards, it's really nice seeing that it's also going to release on the Switch too, with added Joy-Con motion controls for those who enjoy that sort of thing. Joystick up. Next up, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, which is an expansion that'll also release on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and Steam, but also as a complete bundle with the game on the Switch too. Even though I enjoy single-player RPGs in general, I never got into the Dragon Dogma games as they felt a little too generic to me, so for me, joystick down. Next up is Stellar Blade, which is a stylish action-adventure hack-and-slash game with slick visuals and combat that I really recommend checking out if you're fans of Ninja Gaiden or Bayonetta. It originally released in 2024, so it would have been nice for them to add some additional content, but because this game is really good, I'm still going to give it a joystick up. Next up is a Switch 2 exclusive, Orbitals, a two-player couch split-screen or online co-op adventure game, similar to the Hazelight Studios' A Way Out, It Takes Two, and Split Fiction, which are all must-play two-player co-op games in my opinion. Orbitals has an impressive retro anime look to it and promises a rewarding puzzle adventure encouraging smart teamwork and communication between the players. This sounds fantastic to me, and is a promising surprise. Plus it also includes Switch 2 Game Share feature. Sign me up. Joystick up. Next up, Rayman Legends Retold, a remake of the classic 2013 action platformer Rayman Legends. This version retells the story and levels from the original game, but also expands upon the narrative with voice acting, new worlds, rail shooter dragon rides, and an entirely new final world as well. This sounds like how a remake should be done. The game did premiere on the Sony State of Play, but it would be great to play this game on the go on your Switch too. Joystick up. Next up is Big Walk, an online co-op walking and talking adventure game. While some might find it entertaining to kick their friends' things into the ocean, I think this looks like a pretty basic and boring game. So joystick down. Next up is One Piece Grand Gourmet, a casual restaurant simulation game based off of the hit anime where you collect ingredients and create different dishes while expanding your restaurant with over 400 characters from the show. Another game that will definitely have an audience, but it's not for me. Joystick down. Next up is Pokemon Pokopia free update and paid expansion pass announcement. The free update includes underwater gameplay, while the expansion pass includes a brand new location, Bubbly Basin. Fans of the game are surely to be excited about this one, but I'm not interested in the game, so the update and the expansion announcement get a joystick down for me. Next up is Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, the newest entry in the beloved tactical RPG Fire Emblem series. There are 4 main protagonists that battle it out in the heroic games, whose winner earns a wish. The art style and motivations for each of the 4 characters seems very promising. I really enjoy Fire Emblem Fates and Awakening on the 3DS, and while I do have a copy of Fire Emblem Three Houses for Switch on my shelf, I haven't played it quite yet, and I might skip it and just go straight to Fortune's Weave, as the characters, story, graphics, The extra activities between missions and the tactical combat all look top-notch to me. The 4 main playable characters each have their own special techniques and unique storylines, offering hours and hours of content and replayability. Joystick up. There is a special edition collection, which I was able to pre-order a copy of, but they are selling out fast online, and the resellers are already buying them up and flipping them on eBay, which is disappointing that Nintendo didn't have a much larger stock ready for what they should have known would be a popular title. And the base game is another $80 physical release for Nintendo, which is probably going to be worth it, but it's still disappointing that Nintendo continues to price hike their key exclusives. So because of this, I'm going to toss in a joystick down. Next up is Ninjala 2. The original Ninjala was an online competitive free-to-play game with paid cosmetics and battle passes, similar to Fortnite, so it's a welcome addition that Ninjala 2 is going to focus more on an open-world action-adventure campaign and story that up to 4 players can enjoy, either local or online play. With a bigger emphasis on narrative-driven experiences and large-scale boss battles, I'm at least interested to see how this all turns out. Joystick up. Next up is Nintendo Switch Online's DK Challenge, which is a limited time event where you can tackle numerous short, bite-sized challenges from various Donkey Kong games, similar to the Nintendo World Championship game on Nintendo Switch. By completing the challenges, you can earn collectible digital challenge cards, similar to an NFT, I suppose. If you own Donkey Kong Bananza, you gain access to even more challenges. This is a pretty cool idea on paper, so joystick up. However, it being a limited time event really kills all my excitement for it. I would much rather have Nintendo incorporate something like this on an entire system level for every game on the system, similar to achievements or trophies. Or I would rather have a new World Championship Donkey Kong Edition game that has 150 plus challenges, so that way once I buy the game, I have access to it forever instead of the fear of missing out limited time event stuff, which gets a joystick down. There's also a Donkey Kong Bonanza expansion pass limited time events for the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. With new outfits and Mario themed items scattered around the map, which is a nice touch for sure, but all of this should be unlockable when you feel like playing, since not only did you have to buy the game to access it, but also the expansion pass and pay for Nintendo Switch Online just to play this limited time event when they tell you to play it. I'm not a fan of that, so joystick down. Next up is Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivaton from the makers of Vampire Survivors. This is a new game featuring 8-player online battle royale mode, which sounds somewhat interesting, and there are more than 20 characters from the anime included. To me though, this sounds like more fun DLC to Vampire Survivors instead of its own complete game, as it seems like it could wear out its welcome quite quickly. But if it's priced accordingly, it might still be worthwhile to fans. But for me, it's a joystick down. Next up is Lords of the Fallen 2. To me, it looks like a paint-by-the-numbers looking action RPG Souls-like game. It's nice that it's coming to Switch 2 for sure, but nothing is jumping out to me that I gotta play this one. So joystick down. Next up, Lies of P Complete Edition, which includes the 2023 base game and the 2025 Overture DLC, all on a physical cartridge. While this game's long been on other consoles, it's a nice, unique spin on the action RPG Souls-like genre with its dark fantasy retelling of Pinocchio and the stamina-based combat system. So I'm glad to see that Switch-only owners are gonna have access to it. Joystick up. Next up is Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition, featuring the 2019 base game, the playable Virgil character DLC, and bonus content. The game is an excellent hack-and-slash action game that is a welcome addition to the Switch 2. Joystick up. However, Devil May Cry 5 has been available to other consoles for over 5 years now, so the announcement isn't that special, and there's been numerous announcements like this already on this Direct, so it's great that Switch owners are getting access to these older games, but so many of these announcements spread out across the show feels a little lackluster to me, so I'm also tossing in a joystick down for that. Next up is Muramasa Revenant Blades, which takes Muramasa the Demon Blade, originally released in 2009 on the Nintendo Wii, and adds the Muramasa Rebirth DLC characters from the 2013 Vita. This version also adds all new English voiceovers, and it looks to be a fun, stylish action RPG game. Joystick up. Next up is Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 Switch 2 editions. which adds 60 frames per second and higher resolutions, along with some novel extras being tossed in as bonuses. I'm a massive Xenoblade Chronicles fan, so it'll definitely be great to get more out of these games on my Nintendo Switch too. Joystick up. However, I'm not a big fan of charging additional money for quality of life improvements such as higher resolutions and frame rate, especially since that should be a reward from upgrading from the Switch 1 console to the Switch 2 console, instead of an opportunity to double dip on your customers. So this gets a joystick down. Next up is Xenoblade Chronicles Genesis, a brand new entry in the franchise. This was a pleasant surprise and a big announcement for me. The character-driven, large expansive world and action combat are always enjoyable for the Switch RPG exclusive franchise. Joystick up. I will note though, that while I'm thrilled that there's a brand new Xenoblade Chronicles game coming in 2027, I do have to be honest, the trailer was just okay. Nothing jumped out to me as being epic or exceptional or must play, so I'm gonna give this lackluster premiere trailer a joystick down. Next up, Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, the newest entry in the sports line, and there are 12 sports total, including fan favorites bowling, golf, and tennis, as well as brand new entries in skateboarding and thumb wrestling. I enjoy the Wii Sports back in the day for its creativity and the novelty of the motion controls, and while I likely won't get this one, I do think this game does make a lot of sense for the Switch audience, even if I didn't need to see that extended thumb wrestling demo. Joystick up. Next up, RuneScape Dragonwilds, a co-op survival crafting game that looks pretty dang generic to me. Moving on, joystick down. Next up, Hello Kitty Partyland, a cozy party game that might be a fun time for its targeted audience, which isn't me, so joystick down. Next up, Star Fox, a long dormant Nintendo franchise that's long overdue for a comeback, and it comes back in the form of Star Fox 64 Remake, and I think this remake looks tremendous. And now there's a free demo available if you want to try it out before you buy it, which I'm gonna do. I can't wait for this one, joystick up. However, the surprise 15-minute dedicated Nintendo Direct stole all of the thunder from this one, and this trailer was a complete afterthought. This needed to be shown as a bigger deal, and in my opinion, it wasn't. Joystick down. Next up, Final Fantasy Resonance, a huge surprise 2D HD brand new entry into the legendary Final Fantasy franchise. The trailer showcases gorgeous pixel art, stunning cinematic visuals, an overworld map, airships, turn-based combat, summons, and they even added these new visions, which are legendary Final Fantasy series characters that aid you in battle. If you're a fan of the old school 16-bit era Final Fantasy games on Super Nintendo, this game looks like it's made for you. It's a day one purchase for me. Joystick up. Next up is Pikuniku 2, a weird whimsical 3D puzzle exploration adventure game that has its fans of course, however, I'm not one of them. Joystick down. Next up, Dragon Quest Monsters The Withered World is a monster taming and breeding RPG that combines turn-based combat with creature collection. Supposedly over 500 monsters can be collected and tamed. And while I enjoy some of the mainline Dragon Quest games, I have not gotten into these spin-off games, so joystick down. Next up, the Duskbloods, a Switch 2 FromSoft exclusive that has a lot of hype surrounding it, but this teaser trailer was blink and you missed it quick. And while I'm interested in knowing more about the game, the trailer gets a joystick down. Next up, Splatoon Raiders, a single-player focused spin-off of the Splatoon series. 2 to 4 players can also play in local and online co-op. I really enjoy the Splatoon series, but I do feel their single-player content does need to be expanded upon, so hopefully this game sets a new standard going forward, with plenty of exploration, combat, new weapons, and hopefully story. There's a dedicated Splatoon Raiders Direct coming June 30th. There's also an upcoming Splatoon Raiders themed Splatfest in Splatoon 3, which should be a lot of fun, and some new blue and light yellow colored Joy-Cons inspired by Splatoon's deep cut. Joystick up. Next up is Deltarune Chapter 5. It's the new chapter for the lighthearted indie RPG that blends turn-based combat with bullet dodging mechanics. This is great news for those waiting for it, but I'm gonna pass on this one. Joystick down. Next up is Metaphor ReFantazio, a creative fantasy JRPG that blends turn-based and real-time combat. The story has multiple people vying for the throne of the kingdom. There are definitely some Persona vibes going on here, and even though this came out on other consoles in 2024, taking this on the go on your Nintendo Switch 2 seems like it might be worth it. I'm torn on this one, but I'm gonna go with joystick up. Next up, Minecraft Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. More of the same Minecraft, only with better visuals and shadows. Good for those Minecraft fans looking for a small upgrade on their Switch 2, which I am not, so joystick down. Next up is a sizzle reel for a bunch of games coming to Switch and Switch 2. Not much to say here, except it's really nice that these games are finally coming to Switch and Switch 2, and it's probably a good idea not to invest too much more time into these games on the Direct elsewhere. Of all these games, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 is the one that I'm most interested in. This was short and sweet, joystick up. Next up is the announcement that all 3 Kingdom Hearts collections are coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite video game series, convoluted story and all. So while I already own all these editions elsewhere, these will be great to have on the go instead of the Switch 1 Cloud editions. As a standalone announcement, this isn't that exciting, but it does lay the groundwork for the next announcement. So joystick up. Next up, Kingdom Hearts 4, a blockbuster surprise trailer and a big get by Nintendo that it launches day and date alongside the other consoles. The trailer shows off impressive boss battles, combat, and story elements set in a modern city backdrop, and a few fan-favorite characters confirmed to return. I'm pumped to get this game whenever it eventually releases. Joystick up. I do want to point out that there are a few disappointments with the trailer. No Final Fantasy characters, which the series seems to be abandoning. No new Disney or Pixar worlds were shown or hinted at either, and no release date. All of which will of course be confirmed one way or another in future trailers, but it was a little bit of a letdown that we didn't get any of that information with this trailer. So because of that, joystick down. And to close out the show, we got The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And while this game has been previously leaked online, it was still great to see that it's confirmed to be real. The trailer had some lore set to some impressive looking wall murals, and then we get a small glimpse of young Link sleeping. We get the new logo, as well as the 2026 release date. One of the best Zeldas returns this year to Nintendo Switch 2. That's a win for me. Sign me up, joystick up. Unfortunately, this trailer repeats the theme of the games that I'm the most excited for have trailers that are leaving a lot to be desired. There's no mention of this one being a remake, or if it's a complete reimagining like the Resident Evil remakes are. Will they expand on the open area of Hyrule from the Nintendo 64 game to a more open world similar to the Breath of the Wild? There's lots of questions that we're going to have to wait for, most likely in a dedicated Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Nintendo Direct. Because this was their big closer and we got so little information, I do have to drop a joystick down for that. Despite my earlier gripes, my game of the show is Kingdom Hearts 4. Because I'm eagerly anticipating this title and did not think it would be on the show, so I was pumped when it came up. It was a genuine hype moment for me. As for my overall thoughts on the show, I do need to address one big no-show, and that's Mario Kart World, Nintendo's $80 game that feels pretty empty right now and ripe for some DLC or expansions added to it. We should have gotten free Donkey Kong and Pauline outfits when Donkey Kong Bananza released, perhaps some new island expansions when Metroid Prime 4, Kirby Air Riders, and Star Fox were all announced to tie into those games. Instead, we have no confirmed plans, no roadmap, no new tracks, no retro tracks, nothing. Mario Kart World didn't deliver on its $80 price point at launch, and Nintendo isn't adding any value to it since. So until we hear more, joystick down. The June 9th Nintendo Direct had over 40 games and announcements, with a lot of peaks and valleys throughout the show. It started off very slow with a weak opener and did have a great closer, however the trailer was a little disappointing. Despite some heavy hitters and some day one purchases for me, such as Kingdom Hearts 4, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Xenoblade Chronicles Genesis, and Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, along with some solid titles in Star Fox, Splatoon Raiders, and some genuine surprises like Orbitals and Final Fantasy Resonance, A lot of those did have lackluster trailers, mixed with a ton of filler and older third-party games coming to Switch, which felt like padding for the show. If Nintendo would have held off on the dedicated Star Fox Direct and instead kept it for the opener of this show with 5 to 10 minutes of gameplay, along with some details on Mario Kart World's future content roadmap, and then closed with an additional 5 to 10 minutes on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I think this would have been a slam dunk joystick up for me. But because the overall presentation, the quality of games mixed with all the underwhelming filler, and some of the trailers disappointing a little bit, the June 9th Nintendo Direct gets a joystick down from me. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your overall ups and downs for the show in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you're alerted to more gaming ups and downs as they release, as well as all of my future content. Thank you for all of your support, and remember, we're in the endgame now.